Jada Pinkett. Jada's my heart. You know what I mean? She will be my friend for my whole life. Well, maybe I'll be down to scoop you up later in life. You ain't all shriveled up. We'll be all together. Be like Ozzie Davis and Ruby Dee.
Vic, you know you always got a place in my heart.
She can have my one heart, my liver, my lungs, my kidneys, my blood, marrow, all of it.
Welcome back, Love Nation. This is Nina. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everybody that has been coming to my channel. Like this video, share this video, and hit that notification bell so you know when I drop my next one. We are on our number 2 of our year-end countdown, and it goes without saying that Will and Jada and Tupac definitely made the cut. As Jada's book came out, there has been a lot of revelations about their relationship. I mean, I say that with my eyebrows raised. There's a lot to unpack here. Jada literally went viral for everything she said and a lot of things that she didn't say. Not only that, their former assistant, Bilal, came forward with even more information that the public was not ready for. First, I am going to play a few viral clips. One is from Jada, and then one is from a TikToker. Then I'm going to come back with my commentary. There is definitely a lot to unpack here. Let's just play it right now.
A lot of people might not know, but he proposed to you while he was in jail.
I talk about this in the book when I go to see him in Rikers, when I wrote about that in the book, and when I had to talk about it, speak my words for the audible version of the book. That was probably one of the more painful parts, seeing him there, the condition that he was in, and having to leave him there. And he was in bad shape. And so when he asked me to get married, he was at Rikers. And I knew at that time that, he needed somebody to do time with him, which I was going to do anyway. He didn't have to marry me to do time. Right? I'm here.
Now you see why we love you.
And then he needed a rock. He needed, because of our friendship and because of everything we had been through together, he just wanted to feel that solidified foundation. You know, because I promise you, he would have married me and divorced me as soon as his ass left jail. He would have.
All right.
She flew so immediately that when he called her, she was in Maryland at a brand new house she bought. And she never spent a single night in her new house. That's how immediately she flew to LA. Jada, when, in all that time, did you visit Tupac at Rikers and get this fucking proposal? And for the record, Keisha and Tupac stayed married for about 10 months. They got their marriage annulled about 4 or 5 months after Tupac was released from prison. He was bailed out by Suge Knight. It wasn't long after that he met Kidada Jones. Kidada Jones is the daughter of legendary Quincy Jones. Kidada looks a little recognizable. You may know her sister, Rashida Jones, who played Karen on The Office. Kidada and Tupac were living together and engaged when Tupac was shot and killed. Kidada was the one that was there with him at the hospital the night he died. Kidada was handed his bloody clothes. She was the one who told him, "We all love you," before he slipped into a coma and never woke up. Keisha spoke with Tupac several days before he died because even though their marriage was annulled, they still remained good friends. And I can't help but notice that all of the women who are actually part of his life in a meaningful way are the ones that have just kept quiet. They've kept silent. They've kept their memories to themselves and not tried to use a dead man as their limelight. And the person who's squawking about him the most is making claims that can't even be verified and don't make sense from the perspective of a verifiable timeline.
Now you see why we love you.
He needed a rock. Because of our friendship and because of everything we had been through together, he just wanted to feel that solidified foundation.
Because so many people in that position don't have support.
Right.
None at all.
None. You know?
You got the best.
He did get the best, but not from Jada, because per Will Smith's own words, that him and Jada were pretty much humping all over the world. They were traveling constantly from the first 3 months they were together, all over the world. So Tupac did get some great support, I imagine, from his wife, who moved closer to be with him and visited him every day. And why do I care? Because I'm Gen X. And like any good Gen X person, I grew up on Tupac. We all remember this going down. We all remember where we were when we heard that Tupac got shot or that he died. We all had this fucking hat from Poetic Justice, walking around looking like newsies, slinging newspaper about the Great Depression and FDR. And we're all just sitting here watching Jada spout these lies, being like, do you think no one remembers? Because we all remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers, Jada.
So you guys just saw 2 of the clips that went viral. There were several more. You know, everybody's been talking about Will and Jada's marriage. Now, let's just talk about Will for a second. He has just been taking hits left and right since that Oscar incident with Chris Rock, which really did damage his otherwise perfect career. And this book that Jada came out with really did not help the situation, as there were so many other questions raised when this book came out. A lot of people were actually coming out really feeling sorry for Will. Jada had to go back and do another interview because she had basically outed that they have actually been separated and living separately since 2016, but she thought of him in a different perspective after he put his paws on Chris Rock, and they've been trying to get their things back together. Questionably so, Will actually was seen, and I didn't want to add her to this video because this is still rumor. Will was actually seen out with another woman whom actually does look a lot like Jada, but it was not Jada. And she had spent the Art Basel weekend with him in Miami. Again, this is a complete mess, you guys. So, are they together? Are they not together? Honestly, at this point, nobody really knows. Honestly. Now, however they want to move in their marriage, hey, that's up to them. However they feel comfortable being married, hey, that's up to them. But the whole situation had every single person, blogger, everybody talking about this situation. Now let's talk about the hot mess that is going on with Will's ex-assistant, Bilal, because this was another mess, you guys. So Bilal was a friend, an assistant for Will Smith for almost 30, 40 years, okay? He came out on Unwind with Tasha K, subscribe to her channel to see the whole interview, and basically said that Will Smith has had extra marital playtime with Dwayne Martin. And I'm going to tell you guys, oh my God, ugh. The way he described it was, oh my God. And look, and if Will is really rolling that way, honestly, I don't think he would actually lose fans. He's very revered in the acting community, and he always seemed to be a lot, charismatic and genuine, always heart on his sleeve type of person. But just to put that information out there, out the blue, for everybody to really latch on to, after all this mess has been going on with Jada and what happened with Chris Rock, I just felt like this was just piling on to Will Smith unfairly. When I heard it, I was actually shocked. I know that him and Bilal might have their differences, but, after all of the kickback of upset people when Jada was doing her rounds, for his ex-assistant Bilal to come out and say what he said was just icing on the cake. Will Smith ain't really came out and did nothing to nobody. He does not have the reputation outwardly that other people in acting does. So this whole thing was a mess, and it just kept the mess going with Will and Jada and their marriage. So this was definitely my number 2 story this year. There was a lot going on with Will and Jada. a lot of which I wish that we would have been left out of the group chat on. So, who is number one? This will definitely not be a shocker with this celebrity coming up at number one. So, like, share, subscribe. Was there any celebrities you were surprised was left off of this list? And until next time, you guys, be safe. Enjoy your day. Bye, guys.